I love them. And now, I make them. Why? If you must know, well, see, I step on faith. See, God has given me too many talents to thank Him for. So I choose to use all of them to glorify Him in ways that you may or may not approve of. See, being the oldest of 5 boys means that there's always been pressure on my back not to mess up. Sometimes I get so scared that I'm afraid to fail. Our ancestors failed, but it wasn't about the number of times that they failed, but about the number of times that they got back up. See, they kept on stepping. I believe stepping is the best way for me to express myself without saying a single word. My body is my mouthpiece. And since I can't tell all of you how I feel all the time, I decided to step. Man, we all step, whether you know it or not. Step connects us to all our differences and character defects. So no matter who you are, what insecurities you may have, what culture you're from, we all tap our foot when the beat is right. We all clap our hands when the sound is felt. See, the only difference is that I know who and what I'm stepping for in this life. My question for you is, do you?
Spotlight. There's no business like show business, right? It seemed like my talent wasn't accepted in certain church settings, but was accepted by the world with ease. Things were great until slowly the focus of my talent began to change. What began as a group determined to spread the message of our ancestors and our personal stories began to transform into a worldly mission to achieve fame and prosperity. As we got bigger in the eyes of the world, we became smaller in the eyes of God. From Broadway producers to talent scouts and agency contracts, what began as a talent soon became a job and a crutch that would interfere with the Sabbath, my personal life, and more importantly, my walk with God. I began to compromise on little things, which later became big things, and wasn't even able to recognize that my walk with the Lord was heading in the wrong direction. With each tour, each commercial opportunity, each paid gig, and each TV or radio interview, I began to focus more on self and less on Christ. I was performing in front of thousands of people, a countless sea of audience members looking solely at me, while I was trying to reflect a modified version of Jesus to them. Even in Europe, the audience claps when the steps seem right, but that doesn't make it any better. It's hard to give a praise God, thank you, when all the people see is you glorifying yourself. Yeah, you thank God for the performance, but the fans are thanking you, not Him. See, God had to pull me out of this madness because anything that is not in line with His word can and will only lead me in the wrong direction. Sometimes He has to find us and snatch us out because when we don't even realize how lost we truly are. So now what? The steps remain, but the direction and the focus needs to be different. That's when the Lord blessed me with a new ministry called Steps to Christ. See, this ministry is about helping young people take steps towards a closer relationship with Jesus Christ. Steps to Christ is about neglecting self and stepping forward, stepping out, and stepping against anything that doesn't give all glory and praise to the Father. What good is a talent if you don't use it to spread the message of God's love? I no longer accept praise from man, but give all praise to the Lord, for only through Him are we able to have life and to have it more abundantly. So now I step without fear of judgment, knowing that I step on faith in Jesus Christ. I step with conviction that He has taken me through the fire, and I was not burned, but am still alive to tell the story to you today. I step with power from the Son of Man, who died us all power over sin. I'm looking for a group of young people who are ready to step towards Christ and against the confirmations of this world, against premarital sex, against disrespecting the Sabbath, against drug use and alcohol, against profanity, against wearing skulls and conforming to the fashion trends of this world, against anything that makes young people step away from Christ. See, stepping to Christ is not about stomping the yard. It's about taking daily steps towards Christ, hoping that one day I can hear him finally say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." The journey is long, and you will have to sweat a bit with each temptation set before you. But the Lord be with you every step of the way. I finally know who and what I'm stepping for in this life. My question to you tonight is, do you?